What's up, internet friends? Today I wanted to talk to you about an exciting consumer electronic product category that is kind of emerging. I know we've had TVs for forever, for decades, and the technology is, you can pretty much count on getting a 4K TV nowadays and not breaking the bank so much. I mean, I went on Best Buy and looked at the cheapest 85-inch 4K TV, and it was $1,700, so not too bad. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're going to talk about the ultra short throw laser projectors. And this is really an exciting category for me because I actually have an old Acer standard projector, and it is I think it'll do 1080, which is fine, but the next one that I want to get is I want to get an ultra short throw. The reason I want to get ultra short throw is because you can have it, right up against the wall pretty much and have a humongous image. Not that I don't have a humongous image now. Mine's about 100 inches, but bigger the better, you know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about some of the ones that are hitting the market soon or are already available, and then I also wanted to kind of give you my thought process on why these are such an exciting product category. The first of them that I wanted to talk about is it's by Samsung, and actually was just recently announced. It's called the Samsung Premier, and there's two versions of it. The main difference is one's 130 inch and the other one's 120 inch. And then the top one is going to be HDR Plus certified, and it has 3 lasers versus just one in the 120 inch. It's not that big of a difference, but when you're doing a DLP projector, if you only have one color source, that means you're going to have to do it through the color wheel in order to adjust the colors. And then the other one has 3 lasers, so it's able to give you the exact color configuration that you're going to need for the image to be displayed properly. And I'm actually really excited about that one. I'm probably, if I was going to get one, I would probably lean more to the 3 laser one, which is, I think it's, the designation has a 9 instead of a 7. It's a little bit more money, but for what you're getting, I don't think it's a bad deal. The next one I wanted to talk about is an LG Cinebean. That one actually has been on the market, I think, just over a year now, and it also is capable of doing most of the things that these are able to do. It's a DLP projector also, and as far as the functionality, it's pretty much got all of the functions that you would expect on a top tier name brand projector. There's a new one that's coming out by Epson. It's called Epic Vision, and then they have a couple of different designations. The one that I was looking at was the Epic Vision 100-inch LCD laser projector. Now, this is the only one on the list here that has an LCD picture engine instead of a DLP. So the laser light is going to be shown through the LCD, and then that's how the image is created instead of the digital light process, which it goes off of mirrors and reflects all the pixels. The other cool thing about that particular one is it actually comes with the screen, so you don't have to add anything extra. You're getting basically everything you need in order to be set up for a 100-inch image and viewed in 4K awesomeness. The next one that I was going to talk about is the Atomo Cinema X or Cinemax P2. This one actually is the second in their generational. They had a Cinema X P1, so this is the next gen version. So they've improved this. It's also a DLP projector, but it's an ultra short throw laser projector. The next one is the Vava 4K ultra short throw. This one has actually been making inroads because they were I think an Indiegogo product, and they are taking people's feedback to make these better. Now, I haven't seen this one as a generational increase yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with the next version soon that would kind of be hitting a lot of these other things that are these big companies are doing, like LG and Samsung. The next one I wanted to talk about is the Xiaomi Mi 4K. Now this one is actually the lowest price one in the mix, and they have a couple of different versions, but they're starting around, like I think I've seen one for around 1,200 bucks. So for a 100-inch screen for $1,200, you just can't beat the price. Now I'm going to talk about some pros and cons to all of these, and then, okay, so first off, pretty much most all of these are going to have some sort of smart TV features in them. Now there's a couple of exceptions, and because of you know, maybe the marketability, they don't have like Android TV, or like how LG has their WebOS, or Samsung has their smart TV functions, but they'll have their own. But if it doesn't work out, what you can do is you can always add like a Roku HD or an Amazon Fire Stick or something like that to get all that smart functionality, or a Chromecast or any other number of things like that. So smart TV features are built into this thing. You know, it has a remote that gives you access to all these things. Another benefit is because it is a laser light source, you're not going to have to worry about it dimming over time. Lasers are pretty much on or off, so the light output is going to be very high. You're going to have a very bright, contrasty image, and that's awesome. So you're not going to have to worry about that. Another thing that's really cool about that is they have built-in protection. So if you happen to walk up close to it and you're kind of waving around, it'll actually either dim or turn off the laser light so you don't get blinded, because lasers can get your vision kind of jacked up. Another awesome thing about these is pretty much every single one of these has got a built-in sound bar. So if you are looking at this, and sound bars tend to have better sound than a TV, so you're not going to have to add a sound bar or anything like that. You're basically getting it out of the box. It's going to be built in. You're going to have pretty decent sound, and most every one of these say it's better than like a TV sound system anyways. Now, as for some of the cons now, some of this would be like, you know, depending on where you are and things, but one of the cons would be the cost. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit more costly than just getting like a standard TV, you know. Like I said, if you went to Best Buy right now and looked at the cheapest 85-inch TV, I think it's around $1,700. That's not bad for a 4K TV. So, you know, some of these are, most all of these are going to be priced a little bit more than that, or more than that in general. But if you talk about the cost of a TV compared to a 100-inch projector, you're going to find that you get really, really high, expensive TVs, anything like north of this. I looked at the, I went to the 98-inch TV, and of course it was an 8K, and it was like $20,000 or $30,000. It was something silly. So you're getting much more bang for your buck in that aspect, because you can get a 130-inch screen for like $5,000 or $6,000. So another one of the cons would be the input lag. So if you happen to be a gamer or a hardcore gamer, you're going to have a little bit of input lag. This is probably not for you. I would suggest you sticking with the TV, because the refresh rates are a lot higher. You're not going to have any of that input lag. And then the other thing is, if you're going down this path, I would probably suggest getting an ALR screen, which is an ambient light reflection screen, or rejection screen, I'm sorry. So if you're in a normal situation where you have you know, like a white wall like what I have behind me, you might be able to do that and get away with it. But if not, you might need to get a ambient light rejection screen, so that any other light that happens to be in the room, it gets rejected. So only the image that's being broadcast is going to be reflected back at you. So that would add a little bit more cost to the situation, with the exception of the Epson Epic Vision one that actually has a screen built in. I mean, it comes with the screen, it's not built in. And then other than that, I mean, it comes down to preference. You know, if you are okay with having a projector behind you, you know, having fan noise or anything like that around you, then a traditional projector is really good. But you know, if you have it placed near a wall, within inches of a wall, you know, a lot of these are within 10 inches of the wall. So you literally can put this thing on a little cabinet, have it brought up right up against the wall and get a 120, 130 inch image. You really can't beat that. And you know, it's across the room. You have all the smart TV controls. You have a built-in sound control. You can still hook it up to a sound system if you want to. And I mean, these guys are ranging anywhere from, you know, $1,200 on up to about $6,500 without a screen. I just don't think you're going to be able to beat that. And so if you like this this product category and you're excited like I am, I think this is a really awesome, and it's starting to explode. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more people do this kind of thing as their main entertainment, because you know, if you have a big enough wall, or even if you don't, you could put it right up against a wall and get an 85-inch TV, you know, comparable. And I mean, who doesn't want a bigger TV? It's really awesome. So what I'll do is I'm going to include some links to these that I've talked about. So if you're interested, you can see, you know, how much these things cost, a little bit more information on them. I don't want to break them all down. That would take, you know, 30 minutes. But if you like this kind of video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It's going to help me and help me know what you guys want to learn and talk about. Also, if you don't, let me know that too. Let me know if you have any suggestions on stuff that we can talk about in the future. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and love to check you out in the next one. See you later, everybody. Have a great day.